Hello. Well, my name is William Rowland, and I just came out of a meeting, and things just happened to hit me, so I wanted to start doing meetings. So I've decided that I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to do a quick video. Lighting's not very good, but this is the way it is. So, basically, I am wondering how many people out here have wondered why that our politics are the way they are. Well, I have some ideas, and I'm flying strictly by the cuff here. I have nothing planned in regards to what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say things based on what I've read, what I've studied, and what I've seen. One of the things that just came out of a meeting I was in was that we, dealing with politics, need to do things like the other party. Now, I'm not even going to talk whose party's what, but it hit me very strongly that we are seeing our politics and our politicians making decisions on what other people have done, and they want to mimic what they've done because that way they get what they want. Now, there's nothing wrong with looking at what is successful and doing it the same way or similar. But I think the actual mindset is where the problem is here. You see, they're doing it just to win something that they want. And then people wonder why politicians don't follow through, and we have a deterioration going on in our government. Well, the reason is because these people that get in, that run for office, they get supported by the parties. In many cases, they're supported because they can be controlled. And when we see that about 70%, depends on where you're at, but approximately 70% of the incumbents get reelected. But yet, over 50% of the people believe we need term limits. You see, I'm not so much thinking that we need to enforce term limits. I think we need to educate the voters. Many people that I speak to that may believe in a different party than I do, but when we have a conversation, they seem to understand that we're both on the same side of the fence. But they're told that they have to follow a certain party. And maybe even sometimes they follow that party because they feel like that they're winning. We need to go back to holding people accountable for what they do and what they say they're going to do. Anytime that a politician does not uphold their oath of office, they should not be reelected. You see, our country is free because of our Constitution. And without the Constitution, which some people seem to think is just a piece of paper, this country is no longer free. And when we see people pushing this country down a path to saying that your rights don't matter, they're trying to teach you that they don't matter. That way you'll give them up. We cannot give up our rights because we are the land of the free. And these rights are so important that immigrants fight to come to this country. I'll say that again. Immigrants fight to come to this country. They give up everything to come here. And yet we have citizens in this country that believe our rights don't matter. And we're sold the idea that if somebody else takes care of us, that we have no worries. But the problem is when they take care of you, they have control over you. Whenever a country has ever moved from any type of a democracy to socialism and then to communism, the end result's always been the same. And it's not good. We can look at Venezuela. That's the most current environment that used to be I believe, was the third richest country in the world like 25, 30 years ago. And you can do your own research and you'll see where they're at today. And they were conned into thinking that socialism was going to be good for them. And this is the same thing that is being perpetuated in the United States to people. You're being told over and over that you just want us to take care of you. And they make it sound like it's so great because you don't have any worries anymore. Well, by gosh, I think we need to have people that's got a backbone in politics. I think people need to stand up and they need to speak out. They need to have the guts to uphold their oath of office and uphold the rights of the citizens and constituents that they represent. I would love to see my community be one of the first to really stand up and bind together, not Republican, not Democrat, constituents, period, to work together to make sure the government doesn't take over your stuff and make things to where that you can be proud about what you have accomplished. When you become successful, then you have pride in what you've accomplished. You feel good about it. But if the government has their way, they will make sure that you don't feel good about yourself. And they'll make sure that you barely have the bare minimums to survive. And then if you try to stand up against them, they will take away what they promised. I am going to try to keep these videos fairly short, but I am going to be doing more of them. It is time for us to stand up and to bind together as citizens. There's an old saying from decades ago, united we stand. And it goes on to say, divided we fall. Now, when people are trying to divide the people, that's because they want control. We all can work together. Doesn't matter what our history is. Doesn't matter where we came from. Doesn't matter what our philosophies are. If we only look at one very important thing, to uphold our rights, to ensure that we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That one person's rights would never step on another person's rights, because that's called favoritism. We need to treat everybody with the same respect. We need to hold everybody accountable to the same standards. It's going to be my focus to get people to focus on the facts and not the emotions. To get people to continue to have open dialogue about their feelings, the things they see, and hold everybody to the same standard. And the standard should be facts, not emotion, not opinion, and not because 30 people said it. Again, my name is Bill. I am a patriot. And I want us to work together. Thank you very much for watching. God bless.